You've heard them say it, just pick a niche or just niche down. But what exactly are they talking about? And why is it so confusing? When I started my digital business, I wanted to talk about everything. I wanted to talk about faith. I wanted to talk about business, about money. And the reason for that is because I'm a creative and naturally, I wanted my creativity to show in everything I did. However, the more I learned about niche, the more confused I was. And I definitely had this feeling in me that felt like I was doing everything wrong. So today I want to talk about the reasons why you feel like you're doing it the wrong way and how can we actually find clarity so that we can do this the right way, okay? The number one reason you feel like you're doing it wrong is because you think you have to choose one thing, okay? And the number two reason ties right back to number one. You feel like you have to do one thing and then you're thinking of it, right? When you think about a niche, you're thinking of it as a topic, not a person. Lastly, you're focused on the wrong things. You want to be perfect and you want to get it right the first time around. And let me tell you, building a business and having clarity about your niche is going to take time. So let's define it first. A niche is a specific, focused segment of a larger market. To help you understand exactly what it is, let's say the larger market is cooking, but your niche is 30-minute meals for busy moms. So that kind of explains what it is. But then, how do you define it? How do you find clarity? And how do you figure out exactly where your business fits in? Okay, so that's everything that's wrong with choosing a niche. But how about finding clarity? How do we do that? Okay, so I have three questions that you can ask yourself that are definitely going to help you make a decision. And let's just say, once you make your decision, don't assume that you have to be stuck in there. Don't assume that whatever niche you go for is where you need to stay because eventually your business is going to grow. You're going to gain more knowledge about your ideal client. And definitely, as you navigate all this learning, you want to make the appropriate changes. Okay. So let's dive into question number one. Who do you feel called to serve? Okay. So this isn't about you. This is about the person that you feel God is calling you to serve in whichever area you are serving. Okay. This is very important because a lot of times when we're choosing a niche, we're thinking about ourselves and what we want to do. But what about that person? What about the person that is going to benefit from your services or from your product? Okay. The second question naturally is, what is this person struggling with? What is their problem? What do they need? And then what transformation can you guide them through? So we're talking about point A to point C. What are you going to do or what can you offer them? Okay. Whichever their struggle may be, what can you offer them to guide them through the process of transformation? Now, once you answer those questions, you'll be able to write down your I help statement. And before we move on, I definitely have to tell you that sometimes confusion comes from not laying our questions in God's hands. So before you do anything, you want to pray about this. You want God's guidance, not only in choosing a niche, but in deciding how to answer these questions the best way possible. So I want to give you an example of my I help statement so that you can have an idea exactly how you're going to answer those three questions and get your complete statement. Okay. So let's start with question number one. Who do you feel called to serve? Okay. For me, that would be Christian women over 40 who work a 9 to 5. Let's move to question number two. What are they struggling with? So, women over 40 who are Christian and work a 9 to 5 struggle with balancing faith and work. And they also struggle with time and they struggle with making money in other ways so that they can have time freedom. Lastly, question number three. What transformation can I guide them through? Okay. What point A they're in? How can I take them from point A to point C? In this case, I offer Purpose to Prosperity, which is a platform that was created for women over 40 who work a 9 to 5, who are women of faith, okay? Which will be teaching them, okay? This is the guidance, which will be teaching them how to earn an income online by creating a digital business. That is the transformation I offer. What are they gaining? Okay, because there's the transformation part of it is what are they getting out of it? Okay, they will have a digital business that's going to create time freedom for them, and it's going to help them balance life, ministry, family, and earning an income. All right, friends. So I hope the tips I gave you today will help you not only find your niche, right, or define it, but also understand exactly how it works and what questions you can ask yourself in order to get clarity. If you're curious about purpose to prosperity, the waitlist is now open. The link will be in the description of this video, and I hope to see you inside. Blessings.